Oh, no. And welcome to episode 11 of the Box Nostalgia podcast with PoNGa and Beerski. We are live. How is everyone doing?
Live, baby.
That's it.
I don't know, man. It's been like 4 days since I saw your face in person, and I'm already going through withdrawals. I don't even know if I can handle this. I have to wait another 2 months.
I know, dude. I wish you were going to Charlotte. I'm going there in 2 weeks. This past weekend has been insane, or it was insane. Just endless fun from Wednesday night to, oh man, I don't know, Sunday night. It was such a great time. New Jersey CollectiCon was a hit. I'm glad everyone that attended. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. But how are you doing, PoNGa? How's everything been since I've seen you 4 days ago?
Yeah, going well. I was totally dead Monday, and I'm sure we'll talk about all the festivities once we get going a little bit. But yeah, busy week at work, getting towards the end of the week now. Looking forward to the weekend. Kind of disappointed I'm not going to be able to join you in Charlotte, but we'll be with each other again soon. How are you doing this week?
I'm good. I felt brutalized Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, pretty bad still.
Today, tomorrow, Saturday.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess when you're about to turn 36 and partying like you're 25 for 3-4 days straight doesn't work the same way it used to. I felt, I'm telling you, man, I was in rough shape. I've been doing a lot of sleeping. It's been nice just hanging out, relaxing with my old lady a little bit. Sarah, a lot of you met her this weekend. Yeah, like Professor Burt said, it feels like an eternity since we've seen each other, still recovering. Absolutely, dude. It's wild stuff. So yeah, we're gonna get, like I said, we're gonna get all into that. But yeah, it's been good. It's just, my mind has been like all over the place since CollectiCon. There's a lot of stuff in the works. I'm excited for not this weekend coming up, the weekend after, for Charlotte. So yeah, but we're gonna spin right into our first segment like we always do, and that is going to be our items of the week. So what is your item of the week, PoNGa?
Yeah, my item of the week, I'm going on the same theme as usual, but I'll go the weird TCG route again. So it's a Shrek the Third 2-pack blister. Really cool blister. I just like the art on it. I mean, Shrek's like super iconic to me, at least. Just looking at like the set, I don't know all that much about it, but apparently there's scratch and stink cards. I'd imagine you scratch them and they smell.
That's fantastic.
And then there's a special Shrek tattoo card as well. So this blister, as I said, has 2 packs, 8 cards per pack. So pretty cool. And actually, I'm just looking at the back. There's a scratch and stink card in every pack. There's a tattoo card, 1 in every 2 packs. And then there's a Fiona's Fairy Tale, which is 5-card set, which is 1 in 7 packs. So it's pretty cool how these like weird TCGs have like pretty hard odds on some of the pulls. It's pretty interesting.
That's wild. I wonder what the scratch and stink cards are. I'm really interested in seeing what that's about.
Yeah.
All right, right on, dude. All right, so I have something pretty special here. Big huge shout out to the Green Shiz. Obviously the last episode of Box Nostalgia, I was talking about the Yu-Gi-Oh cards that I really were enjoying from the first 2 sets. Well, my man sent me some of those cards. I know we talked about my Star Boy with his awesome cowboy boots. This is probably the best card in Yu-Gi-Oh history. I don't know why. I love it. Look at that dude. He's just so on point. Another Star Boy. This kind of looks like the guy from that Suicide Squad movie.
It does.
Right? And then he sent me the Goblin Attack Force, which is super cool. Really enjoy that holo. And then the Guy of the Fierce Knight, which is also an awesome card. So I think I'm going to get a little bit more into Yu-Gi-Oh.
You're welcome.
Thank you, PoNGa. These arts are freaking cool. Maybe I'll start watching the anime a little bit just to see what's going on, try and get a little into it. But art alone, like I like art style like that. Like I like it's all like, a lot of it's like medieval looking, which is awesome. And I love that kind of aesthetic. So yeah, thank you, PoNGa, for sending me down those rabbit holes, all those episodes ago and get me into this. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
I just Yu-Gi-Oh is just elite. Like I think we were talking about it. Well, I don't know if you were around at your house, but we were talking about it a little bit. Like the show is just awesome. And I think like part of it has to do with them like playing with cards in the show. It was just so cool. I've said it before. And I'm almost more nostalgic towards Yu-Gi-Oh than I am Pokemon, which is pretty interesting considering I don't really do anything with Yu-Gi-Oh anymore.
Yeah, I'm really interested. I know you said that you have quite the Yu-Gi-Oh collection going on over there. So I'd like
Collection. I just have all my childhood cards. So
well, that's quite the collection to me. So
yeah,
I'm really looking forward to seeing those in person. Come Chicago time, which is gearing up to be monstrous. I think we now have 6 full sections.
it's wild.
I know Dan's purchasing 2. I wasn't gonna vend, but I feel like I'm gonna miss all the fun if I don't vend that one. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna vend it. It's just everyone's freaking vending that show. It's gonna
Wait,
be
I
wild.
thought you were in my section. Or
I am in your section.
Okay.
Like I'm in there as it was a placeholder. I wanted to put myself there, and I don't want to lose the section. So, like I said, I'm probably gonna stay and vend that because that's gonna be just a fun ass time.
I mean, worst case, like I'm probably gonna bring too much stuff. So like if you're like halfway through the show, like, hey, I don't want to vend, like I'm sure I could fill your table.
See, perfect. Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be good to have home base too. Even though I had home base before, at New Jersey Collecticon. Thank you, Benji, for letting me put some stuff in your case. I really do appreciate it. It was all dust though. No one was gonna buy any of it, but expensive dust. So let's go. Right on. So yeah, I think we're gonna move into our next topic segment, and it's gonna be a new segment this week because it is coming off the heels of New Jersey Collecticon. So we are Collecticon banter and recap. So I don't have enough words in my vocabulary to explain how exciting and awesome this past weekend really was. I feel like, a lack of a better term, like blessed to have everyone that came to the Palooza. Thank you so much for coming. It definitely wouldn't have been the same without you guys. Like, it was such a good group of guys. I just had a blast. I don't know. Like, the whole weekend was awesome. Walking around the New Jersey show was awesome. Being here and doing what we did here was awesome. I got to collect my thoughts a little bit, PoNGa. Lead us into like your Thursday coming to CollectCon. How did you get to Beerski Palooza?
Yeah.
How did you get here?
Yeah, so I'll go Wednesday leading into Thursday. So when I was looking at flights right after Orlando, originally, like I wanted to try to make it to Jersey, but I was so like put off by CollectCon after Orlando. Like I just don't think it's as worth it as it used to be. But when I was looking at flights, I realized that Southwest, which I typically fly, doesn't fly to Jersey. So I was trying to find alternate ways to get there. And I was talking to Dan, Mr. Catch 'em All Collectibles. And he was like, well, why don't you come, fly into Syracuse, spend the night here. And then I'm driving out that way for a family trip anyways on Thursday. So I ended up doing that. I flew to Syracuse. He picked me up at the airport with his MetaZoo shirt on. If anyone watched our live, me and him went live Wednesday night on his channel, had some drinks, opened some packs. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, so I went, visited him, got to try his meat, which was really good, his brisket. Got to spend some time with his family, which is always really cool to spend time with other people's family in the hobby. It's, it kind of puts the human aspect on people.
Absolutely.
You really get to see their true colors. And at least with him, he's exactly who he is online, which is just a nice dude that wants to help. And I can't say enough for him and his wife letting me stay with them for that single night. And then, like I said, we had a lot of fun on the live, ripped some cheap 151 for some people, ate some brisket after we logged off, chatted a little business. And then Thursday morning we woke up and I was way too excited because I knew I was going to see everyone. Drove over there. It was like a 3-hour, 45-minute drive, 4-hour drive. And then, I think we got to Beerski Palooza at, what was it, like 1 o'clock ish, something like that.
Right around 1.
Yeah. Do you want to take it from there? You said you wanted to gather your thoughts and
Yeah,
lead you
yeah.
into
So I can take
Thursday.
it there. So
Wait, I will say, as we're talking about CollectCon, I made the joke to Beerski before this. If anyone wants me to leak anything, I will.
for a price.
No, for free.
Oh, for free.
Wait, I forgot to mention when I was at Dan's house, I get out of his car after we pull in the driveway, and the first thing I do is run to his lawn and take pictures of his patchy spots. So maybe one day Brad will buy him off me. We'll see. We'll see.
One of one signed by
Yeah,
PoNGa.
I have one of
That's
ones.
that's fantastic. All right, so Wednesday night, Chef flew in. I had never met Chef in person. Everyone would think that we had pretty tight with Chef. But Chef flew in. His flight was delayed. His flight was delayed again. So I didn't end up picking him up from Newark Airport until 1:30 a.m. I pull up. It's a zoo there because it was a lot of thunderstorms. Flights were delayed. There was stuff canceled. Bumper to bumper traffic. So now I'm playing the slow roll game through the pickup lines, trying not to get booted out by the cops who booted me twice. And I just drove up a little bit further ahead. And then the last time he comes up, he goes, "Listen, man, like you got to go." And I was like, "He's going to be out in 1 minute." And literally goes, "You have 2 minutes and then you need to leave." Chef came out in 1 minute. So we got out, or I would have taken me a half hour to get back around. Didn't get home till like 2:30 or so because it's about an hour drive to the airport. Had a beverage, bullshitted a little bit, and then went to sleep. Woke up the next morning, did a little food shopping. Chef was supposed to cook, but because he got in so late, and we got up so late, like it wasn't feasible. So we did sandwiches. My wife made some charcuterie boards. She made like vegetable dip, cut up veggies. It was a pretty big spread. Everyone was hanging out. Dan and his family and PoNGa showed up, which was awesome. Dan brought the notorious Nintendo 64 that we're going to be talking about in a little bit. That was really fun too. Like I think the N64 was one of the highlights of the weekend. Then Dan and his family left. They had like I think it was his son's birthday this past weekend, so like they were doing stuff for his son. And then we all went to the river. So I live right on the Delaware River. If you've never been there before, it's actually really nice. Water's very temperate. It was moving a little quicker than normal because we just had gotten some rain, but we hung out there for a little bit. And then we came back to the house and we were just kind of having ourselves a good time. Like it really wasn't much structure. We were supposed to do a beer Olympics, but we really didn't get to that. It was more just like hanging out with the homies, chilling, talking. We ripped some packs. I think that night we were, I think most people bought a box of 151. I still have most of my box because in my box of 151, I pulled a Gold Duck Master Ball and a Wiggly Tough Full Art and completely destroyed the value of my box. It's so dark. 4 packs in, both hits were crap. So I still have 14 packs here, 16 packs. Yeah. Just hanging out. So I don't know what I'm going to do with these. I might rip them in shame one day just because I need something to do. But yeah, so that's there. And we opened some crazy fun packs. Let's see. Chef brought me a Ricky Martin pack and I pulled the banger of all bangers from it. Yeah, La Vida Loca, everyone. This is so good. Fire. It's so good. Everything is crispy too. Like I almost want to send this in just for S's and G's. Like, look at that. Ricky at his finest. So yeah, we ripped so much stuff. Star Wars packs, whole bunch of crazy stuff. Yeah, went to sleep, woke up the next day, and then oh man, we went to lunch at a local pub called Tipton's Pub or Tipton's Bar or Tipton's Tavern. I'm sorry, it's Tipton's Tavern. I've been there 1,000 times. Can't remember the name. Wings were good. Beer was good. Yeah. Brussels sprouts were not good. So if you are from Tipton's Tavern, fix the sprouts. And then we went back to the house and had a Pokemon tournament. Shout out to Mason Cardinal Games for shipping the Twilight Masquerade Build and Battles to me. I really do appreciate it. Also, I am so sorry about this week, Mason. I have to plug this real quick. I apologize. If you see this, don't hate me. I did not mean to miss our live, so please contact me. I'm so sorry. We'll figure it out later. Moving on, but again, thank you so much for the building battles. It made it so awesome. I see we got Zar lurking. No live last weekend. Wanted to see the crazy.
Yeah, I'll handle this one.
Okay, like, thank you, PoNGa.
Yeah, so I think maybe at some point, maybe we'll do one in Chicago, something like that. But like, especially like when we're at your house and there's a bunch of people, like, I don't know, like we had all this stuff planned, like you said, the beer Olympics and all this stuff, and like I think everyone was just having such a good time, just chilling and like not having to like do anything. I think if we did do an episode live, it would have been like super quick and like there would have been like no real substance to it. It would have been super hard to like actually like do our segments and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, in thought, it was a good idea. And then when we're doing it, like when we're actually there, like having a good time, we looked at each other and we were like, this is like more stress than what we actually need to do. Like, let's just enjoy ourselves for the weekend. But maybe, I mean, it's definitely something we want to do maybe in the future. So we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. So we talked about it. It was just, didn't want to pull people out of the fun. Like, and it definitely would have like, there's nothing worse than having to be forced to be on. Like when you come on lives and stuff, you're on a live, you're on the live, but like when you're out hanging out with friends and stuff, like you don't want to be forced to be on. So it was good. We had a great time with the tournament. Who Benji won. Fantastic deck construction.
Yeah, that guy's a little scam. Dude, he was just. Dude. I don't know anything about the TCG. I was watching. This dude won because of one card. Like, where's the Slugma? Is this competitive? Like, what are we doing here? Like,
it was wild. Like his deck, literally, he could search through his deck and find this card. And once he found these two cards, it was game over because it's Professor Birch. Slugma sucks. So Benji, so it was double elimination. We had 6 players. So I decided to go double elimination to make the tournament last a little bit longer, give everyone a couple chances to win. Tournament lasted I'd probably say 3 hours.
Something like that. Yeah, a couple hours at least.
Yeah, it was like a half hour to pick your decks out. Everyone had fun doing that. Benji won some cool stuff. Crystal Guardians pack, Dragon's Exalted pack.
This guy's just lying. It was a Dragon Majesty pack.
Oh, Dragon Majesty. Thank you. Sorry. Dragon Majesty. It was Crystal Guardians.
No.
Oh, was it Plasma Freeze? Oh, my God. I'm telling you, dude.
This guy's talking about a several $100 pack.
Like, this past weekend, my head, I'm telling you, I don't know. I drank myself into a stupor. So
yeah, but dude, like just
ignore me.
Like, the prizing for the tournament, like, was kind of nutty for 6 people. Like, I don't know, it was at least a couple $100, like $300-400 probably. Like the booster box, like the booster packs, like there was a 151 box, like there was a lot of cool stuff there. Yeah, it was pretty awesome. Wild.
Thank you for telling everyone the truth and not letting me lie to everyone.
Yeah, this guy's acting like we got $1,000. This guy's gonna have 45 people join next year in the tournament.
That's awesome though. That's what we want. Yeah, like I said, mine's a little fried from this past weekend, so bear with me, people. All right, so TCG tournament went well. PK ended up showing up later on that night. He brought some of his mystery packs, which was awesome. I got the rip one. He handed it to me. He was like, "You're the first one to see this." So I brought it in. We ripped it. I ate that shitty gum, spit it out because it turned to dust in my mouth. It was disgusting. But it was a fun mystery pack. So if you see him at a Collecticon, please go pick up one of those. It actually is very fun. Expected values right around there. So it's good. It's a good pack. I enjoyed ripping it. And then we woke up the next day and went to Collecticon proper. I talked a big game about sourcing all weekend, and I didn't source a damn thing. I was nursing hangover after hangover after hangover. Saturday was not one of my best days as a human being.
Yeah,
I was having a rough go again. So it seems to be a common thread at Collecticons where I have a rough go at things come Saturday, which is awesome. We got there, we got in. The venue was oddly shaped. It's an oddly shaped building. I know some people really didn't like it. I kind of liked the aesthetic of the place. I liked how it was. There was 2 sections though, like kind of felt like if you were stuck in those sections, people weren't making their way towards you unless they were going to like one of the like signings and stuff. So I've talked enough so far. I'm gonna let PoNGa take it because he actually vended. So I want to hear about the vending side of the weekend.
Yeah, first of all, I mean, we briefly touched on it earlier, but like N64 on Friday night was
Oh my god,
electric.
yes. What the
Yeah,
hell?
we
I
are
completely
playing.
forgot.
And shout out to Gengar's Den, who was getting a sick tattoo today. If anyone saw on Instagram, he's
Yeah,
getting a Gyarados
absolutely.
Magikarp tattoo on his leg. But he recorded us. He put a video on his channel, so go check that out. But you'll see me absolutely dominating the first match of Smash, having 7 kills.
I had 6. It was
Yeah,
pretty
6.
badass.
And then we lost together. But that's besides the point. You're stealing all my lives and stuff. Whatever.
Pikachu, bro.
Yeah, but we were playing Mario Kart, Smash. I know some people are playing Star Fox, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it was really cool to have that, and then it was pretty cool. Gengar also recorded it and kind of cut up a quick little video, which was cool to see as well. But yeah, Saturday, got to the event, like you said. It's very different than every other Collecticon that at least I've been to, where you walk in the front doors and you're in the venue. Like there's no big like atrium area or grand entrance. There's not like multiple like halls or anything that you have to kind of figure out where you are. But naturally, the first person I see is Jason Page, which always brightens up my day.
And people said he wasn't there.
Yeah,
the
first thing I walked in, went to go get a vendor badge for the homie, and walked in, and the first person I saw, I was like, "You'll never guess who's here." Everyone lied, but yeah, the venue was interesting. Like you said, it was kind of oddly shaped. I thought it was pretty like a nice venue though. Like I liked how it looked. It was set up pretty good. I mean, I was very happy with our location. You
had a great location.
Yeah, we were completely across from the stage on the other side, more towards the entrance a little bit, like a little bit more towards the middle. And I didn't even know there was a concert, which was great. Didn't have to put earplugs in or have people block my table, which was nice. But I think the main issue with that place, there's just not enough space. There was people waiting for hours in the line. They weren't allowed to let everyone in, and like I heard rumors that that's going to be the venue next year as well for Collecticon if they're bringing it back. So like, I mean, if I'm a casual Pokemon person and I waited for 2.5 hours in line, like I don't want to go back just to get into the building. But maybe they'll figure something out there. You don't think that'll
create some FOMO for people? Because when we left, it was me and Chef. We left around 12 o'clock that day to go get lunch. The line was literally wrapped around the building, and then there was parking probably a half mile away. People were parking in parking lots that were like for other businesses. It was absolutely, and the parking lot was a big parking lot, so it was packed.
I don't know, like I just think if like I'm a casual person, like I don't, and you're just like going to see what it's about, like I don't want to wait in that line just to go walk around and like maybe spend $20. But maybe that's just me. But yeah, I mean, the traffic was awesome. I mean, it was pretty packed Saturday. I got Nick basically bought all my old school Pokemon, basically bought out my binder right off the bat, which is always nice to start a Collecticon. But yeah, it was constantly busy. One thing I really noticed was like, and I said it in Orlando, but like even worse here, like everyone just wants to trade. Like no one wants to just flat out just buy stuff. They're like, will you trade? Will you trade? Will you trade? And like at some point, it's like, no, I don't want to trade anymore. Like, can you just buy the card? Like I kept asking people, like, are you interested in just buying? Because like at some point you want to make some sales. Like, if all you do is trade, like, yeah, you're making 20% or whatever. But yeah, I mean, overall, like Saturday was pretty good. It was busy.
Good. Yeah, so the show was cool, man. So after we did lunch, I actually went to Nick Old School Pokemon's hotel room with Chef, and he did a eBay Live, and I hopped on my first eBay Live. It was my first eBay Live experience. It was actually very cool. Definitely a little hooked to it right now. I feel like that's something that I can get my sink my teeth into a little bit. So I've been in the talks with some people and for a little bit before this too. And then so things are in the works and I'm very excited about it.
Leak.
And big shout out to Old School for having us on. That was a fun stream. I actually did a little sales there too. Sold, I don't know, $700 worth of cards. So I was very happy about that, which was, awesome to do. I wasn't expecting that. Just had my case with me. So very, very happy about that. It's always nice going home with a little bit of extra cash. I was like, oh man, I'm going to spend this tomorrow. Did not spend it. It's here with me now. I did not buy one single card in Collecticon. I literally walked around stifling vomit in my mouth for 2 full days because I was just having too much fun otherwise. Saturday night was freaking wild. I think that was more wild than when we went to the public house in Charlotte that Friday night.
No, I just gotta throw something in there. So you abandoned me at the event to go have fun on Nick's live stream with Chef. Whatever, it's cool.
I didn't abandon you.
Who are friends these days, anyways? Like, whatever you could do
listen to the guilt trip
to kind of get a leg up in the world. Like,
God, to get a leg up in the world, listen to you. Oh man. Painting me with a dirty brush. Damn you.
I think anyone that hung out with me this weekend gets to see my full humor, which everyone kind of embraced at your house, which was awesome.
My wife embraced it too. She absolutely enjoyed the witty banter between you two all weekend long.
Yeah.
She was like, there's just something about PoNGa. I don't know. I just want to freaking give it right back to him. So like, it's fantastic, dude. I'm
Please
so happy.
do. So I met up with you guys at the hotel lobby when I got there. And then we went up to our room, hung out a little bit. Man, aren't you done with drinking? Gee, I need like a 4-month break.
Oh, no. I've been punishing myself still.
And then like you said, we went out to dinner, which was the most interesting restaurant probably ever. It was like
frustrating.
It was like a Mexican restaurant, but they had like a burrito that like was served with French fries, which was
the fat cactus.
Yeah, and I mean, we were having a lot of fun there, margaritas, all that kind of stuff, and then it turns out that they wouldn't give us separate checks, which
I specifically asked for separate checks.
Yeah, I heard her say we could do it.
When we sat down, I said 2 things. I want a margarita in a big glass, and can we separate the checks per person? Yeah. I got my big glass. We did not separate the checks though. So that was the whole thing. Chef was beside himself.
Yeah.
I felt like he was seconds away from burning the place to the ground. And then eventually I was just like, we can't do this anymore. Threw the card down, paid it off, got money back. Everything worked out perfectly. We took an awesome picture where I was apparently staring longingly into PoNGa's eyes. If you're in the Discord,
you know what's funny about the picture is like, I'm pretty sure at that moment I was saying to you, I don't even think I'm in the picture right now. And I really wasn't.
Yeah. But we were both there and Dan clipped it. And I woke up and laughed so hard. Showed my wife, she laughed so hard. So that was funny stuff.
Yeah. You were gazing into my eyes. It was pretty great.
So yeah, we got done with dinner, went back to the hotel. I grabbed the old cooler of beer.
No, so you're skipping.
Oh, well, continue. See, like I said, listen.
We went to our room, and there was a bunch of people hanging out in our room during the fake trade night that apparently wasn't actually a thing.
The cops came and shut it down.
Yeah, there's like an advertised trade night, but there's a sign that says no trade night. And apparently, like the hotel only thought there was going to be 60 people there, which is absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
Especially like when the hotel's so far away from like where Collecticon is, the venue. But yeah, we hung out in our room, and then we all got basically invited up to Birch's room for the real party, where you brought the cooler up. We had N64 there. Everyone, all the pillars assembled. We had
assemble. It was like the apocalypse there.
Yeah, we had Thrifty. I know Nesto's in the chat. We had Thrifty on Discord streaming what we were doing, talking to Ernie a little bit. So it was nice to chat with him really quickly. And then Dan wanted to beat up on a bunch of drunk people playing Smash because he had no beer, so he was all sober. Just kidding, obviously. But yeah, Birch is the MVP for doing that. I know. I feel like someone at the recommended hotel has to have a suite every single time.
100, hands down,
Yeah.
100%.
And like we should coordinate it so like multiple people don't do it. Like we
Yeah.
only need one.
Just one.
And like people are gonna come and go. Obviously, we don't want 50 people in there. Otherwise, it's too packed. But I'd say like 15, 20, 25 people at most was pretty good for that size room. So yeah, it was a really good time. I don't know if you want to add anything to that.
Yeah, man. There was just beers were flowing. Everyone got to taste the most delicious IPA on the East Coast, the Heady Topper. PoNGa came through and purchased a whole bunch of those when we were at the local liquor store. I did not scam you. I was gonna pay for them, and PoNGa gives me his credit card and says use it. And then he saw how expensive the 4-packs were. They were $21 4-packs, 16-ounce like bombers.
No, I was happy. I was happy to help. Obviously,
and I appreciate the help, dude. Everyone was so helpful all weekend. Like it was just great. Everyone was great. Dude, it was just cool hanging out with everyone at the party. I know Weedle opened up a first edition Rockets pack, Team Rocket pack, which was awesome. Benji was degenning like with the craziest, most demented look on his face, ripping Hidden Fates packs.
I wish I could pull that video up. It is like the ultimate degen face. I wish. First of all, let's leak this.
Oh, that's great. Nick, yes.
Oh man. I think it's on Discord somewhere.
Yeah,
but like
Benji, it is the most ultimate degen face.
Dude, I need to pull this up. Keep going.
It was fantastic. So yeah, man, it was just cool seeing everyone hanging out. Everyone was talking, having a great time. Beverages were flowing. Oh, here it is. Oh,
these are just $20 packs that he's just burning through.
I love it. It's so good. That's the winner of our TCG tournament, ladies and gentlemen.
Is that face revealed? Is he on YouTube? Did I just leak?
I think you just leaked them.
That's fine.
That's
it's fair game.
So yeah, everyone hung out.
Then you left at like 2. We were up to like 4.
I tried leaving at 12, was guilted by Nick.
Yeah.
I tried leaving at 1, was guilted by Nick. I was gonna go around. He goes, I'm not giving you a hug. I was like, you're not getting a hug until you leave at 2. So I left at 2. Thank God I left at 2.
Dog, I was there till like 4. 3.
You're out of your
4
freaking mind. Yeah, and then you had the vent. I laid in that room until 11 o'clock. I did not want to move.
Dude, my alarm went off at 7, and I was like, oh my God.
That's horrifying. So his alarm went off. I did not stir. He was packing his bag, and I woke up and looked at him, and I think the words out of my mouth were, I just want to throw up all over this bed right now. I mean, it was so, like, I drank so much this weekend. A metric ton, but it was worth every second. Like, this is the reason why you go out and have fun with everyone. Like, you just have such a good time. And then Sunday happened. Talk to me about Sunday vending. How was Sunday vending better than Saturday?
I
know you said you were moving more stuff out of your cheap box.
Yeah, I mean, Sunday was, I think, it was decently busy for a Sunday at a Collecticon. I was lucky enough. Dan allowed me to sell some cards for him, which did really well. I did really well for him. In all honesty, like, I didn't sell all that many of my cards on Sunday. My binder was pretty picked over at that point. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like this is like the one Collecticon I didn't really bring any sealed. And I don't know. It was the worst Collecticon I've ever had from sales, like for my own personal stuff, which is pretty interesting with how much how much traffic there was. I just felt like everyone wanted to sell or trade the whole time. It was pretty interesting because like I had a lot of good stuff. Like I basically had every Japanese alt art, a bunch of English alt arts, all that kind of stuff. And it didn't seem like people were really wanting to buy that as much, which was pretty interesting. But yeah, I mean, it was definitely still worth it. Sunday was, like I said, was pretty packed. I was making some sales, which was really nice. Some cards I've had for a little while that sold, which is always good to good to have like some like secondary alt arts, right? Like Genesect that, you know, I bought super cheap a long time ago. No one wanted to buy the card. Stuff like that was moving a little bit. Kind of like that mid-range slab, which is pretty funny because the other shows were the complete opposite, where it was like all the high-end stuff was selling, but this show for me, like that like $100 tier slab was moving rather than like a $50 slab or like a $300 slab. So it was pretty interesting. Was lucky enough to move, like I said, a bunch of slabs for Dan, which was really nice because he's the homie and sent some cash my way as well.
Yeah,
Which
Dan
helped.
was a goat this weekend. Also, N64. I'm telling you that they got
Hey,
it. It
he's
got
in
its
chat right
legs.
now. He's in chat right now. He said Dan's house leaks. Let's go. Listen, I will leak the exact layout of every single room in his house. I'll draw diagrams. We get enough viewers, I'm in.
Please don't do that for my house. I'd appreciate
Dude,
that.
I I
You were
got it.
in so you were in 2 rooms this weekend where you only see this view
Yeah.
and never the other
So
view.
can I just like talk about that? And we could finish up with Collecticon, but
Yeah.
it is wild like when you watch people and then you're finally like in their room to like, oh, this is like where they're on YouTube. Like this is where I spend tens of hours watching them. And then you like see behind the camera or like the rest of their house. It's just really cool. Like I said, like it's puts that like human aspect on people. Like they're more than just what you see on a screen, which is really cool.
Yeah.
It just
So
it's a surreal feeling being able to go spend nights at people's houses that I've only met a few times in person, but like it's all cool. No one cares. No families care.
it's so cool. Like this group of people, I will say it again. I've said it 1,000 times. I'm going to continue to say it. It's the best group. I feel so lucky to be part of this group. It's awesome to have all of you as friends. Like, oh, there's some of that brisket. Look at it.
Look at
It's
that
so
meat.
good. Look at that meat.
Look at that meat.
Yeah, it's just amazing. So to say like Sunday night, I drove Chef and I back to my place. His flight was early Monday morning. My wife, myself, and Chef went out to dinner at a local steakhouse called Three Oaks. I wanted to see what Chef thought about it. I got the thumbs up from Chef. He said everything was good, which is awesome. We ordered a 40-ounce.
Woo!
It was a 40-ounce tomahawk steak. We split that. Got some octopus on the side, which was fantastic. Couple old fashions. So that was the nightcap for the week. Just had a great time. And then, like I said, the past couple of days I've been recovering. So that's
a little interesting story. So I was headed to the airport with Collectibles Warehouse and Weedle, Pillar Weedle. He's awesome, and so is Collectibles Warehouse. But I'm walking out of the venue at like 4, like an hour early, because they had to be there a little bit early or whatever. And as I'm walking out, I get the notification that my flight's delayed, and I'm like, of course. So it turns out, well, my flight was delayed a couple hours. I won't go into the whole story, but we get on the plane at like 9:45 or whatever, and the pilot's like, yeah, there's a funny story, like the plane that was supposed to come here was struck by lightning and it's basically like out of commission, like they couldn't fly the plane. So it's just like
hysterical.
of course like my luck's like, hey, by the way, your plane's gonna get struck by lightning and delay, so you've been drinking 4 days in a row, basically a corpse. All you want to do is go home. If anyone saw me at Collecticon on Sunday, they like, you could see it. Like I just needed to leave. And of course it delayed it several more hours. The other thing I do want to mention, and I thought it was really cool, because it's like the first Collecticon I've really been to where like I guess like in Orlando, we just started the podcast a few months before that or whatever, but I had someone come up to me and I didn't get your name, but shout out if you watch this, let me know in the comments. I had a guy come up to me and like recognize me and ask for a picture, which was a first for me, which was really cool.
That's so awesome. It's a good feeling. It
yeah,
definitely
it's
is.
like I got recognized again from Dan's live a few days before that, so that was cool as well. But like for like someone, and he said he was like a lurker or whatever, just to come up to me and want to meet me, which is, I know it's a little corny from like my side of things. Like, but I thought it was like the coolest thing in the world. Like,
No, I don't think it's corny at all. Because
like on my end, from him, I would be doing the same thing if I watch anyone on YouTube. I want to meet you, but like on my side, it's like it was just so cool. It was the first time it's happened, so
that's awesome. All right, so that's our Collecticon recap, everyone. I'm sure we forgot stuff. I'm definitely forgot stuff. It'll all start piecing itself back together in the coming weeks. Until we go to Charlotte and I pollute myself again. One of those nights, I'm sure Saturday night I will be polluted.
Hey, while you're in Charlotte, I need a FaceTime. I need to be in the party. I want to be there.
I will FaceTime you.
Yeah, let's do it.
We got it, bro.
I will sit at my desk drinking with you guys if you just put your phone up.
I love it. All right, so before we go into our next segment, I'm just gonna run through some comments real quick. I want to say hi to everyone. We got iFomo in here. What's going on,
iFomo's the GOAT. He's always in chat.
That's it. I don't know who this loser is.
Yeah, nerd.
We got Grimer Collects. What's going on, Grimer? It was great having you here, dude.
Yeah, it was great to meet Grimer.
Cool we got Birch in here. What's going on, Birch? Larry.
Listen. Someone banned this guy from chat.
I don't even know what to say. There was something missing this weekend, and it was Larry.
I needed Larry. I needed some Larry.
Sherbert. I don't know what to say. I'm a little upset, but I will see you hopefully in Charlotte. I'm with PoNGa. That Huff said it all. Yeah, vintage Yu-Gi-Oh hits. Never felt so sad about missing Collecticon. You should feel sad. I'm looking at you, Larry. You should feel sad. I love you, though.
The difference between Orlando and Jersey, like
night and day.
When I left Orlando, I was like, oh, I wish I made more sales. I left Jersey and I was like, I don't even care if I sold anything. Like, it was worth it. And I think it's because we were like having fun at night and all that. And in Orlando, that just like didn't happen.
Yeah, Orlando was a little more laid back, a lot more laid back. We just had like Jersey was like fun. That's how I felt with Charlotte last year. Fun the whole time. So
it feels good, like just having a good time all weekend, and like it takes a lot of the pressure off just making money, which is really nice.
Absolutely. We got ELO in here. What's going on, my man? Grimer could have a God Pack in there. You sleeping?
Yeah,
I mean, I can rip them up. Hey, shout out to BB.
Listen, there was 3 boxes. I said BB picked the middle one. He picked the middle one. Probably the biggest juicer box of all time. The only way it could have gotten better if he got a Vaporeon Master Ball instead of like a Gengar or Pikachu. But then he got a God Pack, the Pikachu, the Mewtwo.
Yeah, it was absolutely killed it, bro.
Yeah, it was
an awesome pack. He just sat there smirking the whole time.
Yeah,
which was awesome.
He's like, I'm tripling my money.
I got that poll on camera, priceless content. So much good stuff captured over the weekend. Still reviewing all the footage. I can't wait to see all the footage.
Don't release that footage. I'm scared.
We got BB in the house. Hello, beautiful people. What's up, BB? I miss you already.
That guy is so cute.
Isn't he? Yeah, we got that all good. Completely understand. Glad you all had fun. Yeah, absolutely.
It's a sick picture. I like that.
Yeah,
picture
dude, that's great. Even though Charizard's overrated.
Charizard's mid.
Can't believe VP and I were defeated by a slug. Everyone was defeated by a slug. He was slaying.
Yeah.
I was just going through patrols, not seeing PoNGa's cute face. See, look at that. We got E-Unit in the house. What's going on, E-Unit?
Stonk Dog 69420, baby.
Also, PoNGa, didn't you have a birthday over the weekend?
No, that's
Chef in 2 days.
Yeah, and I turned 30 in like a week and a half, like a few days after Charlotte.
Oh man, Skater Nesto, here we go. What's up, Ernie? Beerski, can you lower the background music, dude? I'm getting hypnotized.
Good.
Listen, it's just keeping you going. At least you're not yawning.
Yeah,
that's good.
No yawn
Beerski
today.
Got beats again going. Yep, that's it. We got Gengar in here, man. Happy that you're here. Hey, Gengar, I still have your bathing suit and your white long sleeve river shirt, so I got to get them to you. Always live at the exact time to start my child's bedtime routine. I'll catch up later. Sounds good, my man. Let's see. That trade night was dusted, dude. The cops came in, busted.
I didn't even see it. I was in our room, like hanging out, and
I came in like just as the cops like were in there. Like there was like 4 or 5 cops. They kicked all these people out of the hotel, but then everyone was standing outside and just trading outside in front of the door. So it was hysterical. Beerski probably remembers those days. Oh, having young kids. Oh, I know what it's, dude. I had a young kid at 22, so I understand. We got Dan Catchmall Collectibles in here. 2xing then kids' bedtime. It's gonna be spotty, but I'm here for it. Appreciate it. So pumped for Charlotte, Dan. Can't wait to get down there. I'm gonna miss PoNGa though. I really am. I'm sad he's not gonna be there.
Listen, it is.
I know you were talking about flights on someone's office hours yesterday.
I can't make it. I have to be in the car on a road trip at like 6 a.m. Friday morning or Saturday morning. So I'll throw it out that I'm disappointed I can't make it for a day.
Grimer, suite or B&B has to happen in Chicago. So I know there's some Airbnbs being talked about.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I'll be invited to that one, but you know, it's cool.
Same old. Suite is the play. I'm already booked for Charlotte, but might have to do suites moving ahead. Yeah, I think if someone has a suite and you're just willing to give your room up Saturday night and not care.
And people are respectful. Like, they're not going to trash your room.
Oh, and the room wasn't trashed. Like, woke up I went up and picked the cooler up in the morning from Birch. I wanted, to crawl to his room. And then I had to carry this big, loud cooler back. It was just making the most noise. It was so obnoxiously loud in the morning. It was ridiculous. And his room was spotless. So,
yeah.
All right. Yeah. Let's see. Hope your son had a great birthday family weekend. Suite was worth every penny. I had so much fun. Yeah, I absolutely appreciate you, Birch, for that. Benji degenning Hidden Fates was hilarious. That was one of the top moments of the weekend. That face, I will never forget that face. No. I got Nick on film dropping all PoNGa slabs.
So
this is great.
So I had like a box full of like I did like the color coding, right? Like there was a color that was like $25, $30, $40 slabs. And Nick took a handful of them. And you know, if you've ever picked up like a handful of slabs, they kind of like slide and all drop from the middle. He picked up a handful of slabs and they just fell everywhere. And I had my fingers crossed that they were all going to be cracked. So he had to buy them all. But unfortunately, there was no issue. So
you didn't run around and stomp on a couple of them before
start whipping them at the ground.
What Big Daddy when he's throwing the can of this is on discount now.
Oh man, we should tier list Adam Sandler movies.
All right. So our next tier list is going to be Adam Sandler movies. I'm so excited about it. We just figured it out. Rip 2 Ultra Beast Baby Shinies and nothing else.
Yeah, that's a solid like 12 cents.
Yeah, Dan House leaks. Let's go. Leak the meat. Brad wants to see those leaks.
I leaked one of them. I leaked a meat shot already, so.
Dan is S tier con attendee. I will give him that. He sure is, dude. And he came in like a freaking train Saturday and was just crushing the big IPAs, which is awesome. We got Thrifty TCG in here. What's going on, Thrifty? It was an absolute pleasure hanging out with you, chatting.
Always
with you
great to see Thrifty.
Yeah,
always great.
I felt like this is the first time we really got like a one-on-one, so it was great talking to you. BB, you are the cutest. FOMO and PoNGa, absolutely. I meant patchy grass. Yeah, he didn't want the meat picks. Mom's drawing floor plan.
Dude, I'll just one last comment about Dan's. Dude, this guy at like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the mornings, like warming up the brisket, and he was so like self-conscious. Like he was like so worried what I was gonna think. Like, oh, it's 3 or 4 days old. It's gonna be dry. Like, dude, it was fantastic. Like, he just wanted me to compliment him over and over. I knew what he was doing. It was all good. It was all good.
All right, we're gonna move on to our next segment now. For those with the eagle eye, saw it when we came in live. I messed up and didn't click out of it, but it is gonna be tier list Nintendo 64 games. Add that. So in, celebration of Nintendo 64 fun weekend that we had playing Super Smash Brothers and Mario Kart and all of that, I figured why not rank some N64 games? So here we go. Here's our tier list.
You want to start us off?
Sure. Let's go.
And I'm going to throw it out there. I'm going to throw it out there real quick. Like, we obviously can't rate or rank every game. I just picked up like the top big name ones, like things like Mario Party. We're just going to lump them all into one. things like Pokemon Stadium. I like number 2 better than the original one, so I just picked that one. So realize that some of the favorite titles might not necessarily been in here or are in here, but we picked like most of the top ones that are gonna be in most people's top list. So
Pokemon
like
Snap.
I know we don't have like Wave Race and stuff like that, but okay. Pokemon Snap, let's do it.
I'm sorry, PoNGa.
No,
All
you're
right.
good. Just cutting me off. It's cool. I'm used
It's
to
all
it.
right.
It's good.
Well, I'm only cutting you off to say this. S tier. Pokemon Snap is an S tier game. I love it. I remember buying this game. Well, I remember my mother buying me this game. We went to KB Toys. I remember the exact spot we were at and everything. We went in, bought the game. I was so pumped about it, brought it home. She actually sat down and watched me play it for a little bit, which, you know, when you're a kid, when your parents watch you play games, it's some of the coolest things ever. And she looked at me and goes, "So wait, you only take pictures of the Pokemon?" And I was like, "Yeah, but it's the most awesome thing ever." I love this game so much. I spent so many hours playing it. It made no sense why it was so much fun, but it was. It was literally like Pokemon Go for back then. Like you're just taking pictures of Pokemon, but you got to catch them certain things. If they're eating, you get multipliers. I loved it. It's an S tier game for me. It always will be. Pokemon Go, man. Or Pokemon Snap, sorry.
Pokemon Go. This guy doesn't even know what he's talking about.
Dude,
yeah,
my brain's melted.
You know, I think before you start talking about it, I think I was probably gonna put it in A, but like, it is like when you
It's
think
so
like
unique.
the blockbuster, like the snap cards, like what are we doing here? Like this has to probably be S tier, right? Like,
dude, it's an S tier game. Like that was the first Pokemon game on the 64 was Snap. Like it wasn't
game,
Stadium. It was
you
freaking
could
Pokemon
not even
Snap.
like the game, but just like how iconic it is. Like it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm not even gonna add much to it. I think it's S for sure. And
to all the haters out there saying I don't S tier games or S tier anything, there's gonna be a lot on this list because this system is like right here, man.
I can't believe you started us off with an S. Like it is pretty wild because like you've maybe done like 3 S's and this is like the 11th episode.
Yep, that's an S, baby. I love Pokemon Snap. Like I want to just play that game again. Like I really do enjoy Pokemon Snap. It was just fun. There was something about I loved being on the track and going around. There was just something about it. Watching a Pokemon evolve, like
I might end up moving it to A because I think there's going to be too many S's for me. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll play around a little bit. I think.
Now you go.
Should we go with another Pokemon one?
Sure.
I remember hating this game.
You like? I never played this one.
You like?
I wanted it. I never played it.
Yeah, it. I'm not gonna say much about it. I'm just gonna go D tier. I don't want to waste time on it. It's not good. You like talk to them. Like no one wants to play this. Like from the idea standpoint of it, like back then it was probably a good idea, but like I just don't have positive memories. Like when I go to play N64 games now too, like I'm never gonna play this game. Nesto, I just need to answer. Conker's Bad Fur Day like didn't include that, but you're right. That game is fire.
Oh, that game is great.
Yeah,
and you weren't expecting that at all when you bought it. Yeah, I don't know. Like you said, I didn't play it, so I'm going to defer to you, and I'll put it in the D tier.
Actually, let's just do this.
Just put it right in the Y. Oh wow! So we went from S to Y. I love it. Why? Because it's Pokemon. All right, let's go. Scroll down a little bit. Ooh. All right, let's go. Bangers. Let's go 007. All right, so when we were all kids,
Nothing. Go ahead.
When we were all kids, this game was awesome. Not many first-person shooters out there. Tons of great nostalgia feels. I can remember some of the maps still in my mind right now. Crawling through the vents and stuff. His odd job with his little hat, like that was the best. Playing it now though, they are a big clunky turd. It's definitely a hard game to play. But for a game like that, it was the 007 IP. It worked out very well for them. For what it was when it came out, though, it was definitely a solid B. It was definitely a little frustrating to play. Some of the mechanics were very difficult. But like some levels were super fun, like the train level where you have the RP90, like, or the R90 was just like so cool. So like, I'll give it a solid B. GoldenEye gets a B because there's a game on this list that's much better shooting wise.
Like I've said it before. I've said it multiple times, especially like when we were talking about it over the weekend. Don't ever go back and play this game. It is going to ruin it for you. You're never going to want to touch it ever again. I think if we did this tier list like 6 months ago, I probably would have rated it a little higher. It is just like not a good game. Like a lot of these like Mario, all those kind of games like hold up today. This game's rough. It is very rough to play. With that said, I did have a lot of fun with it when I was a kid. All the 007 games. What was the one after this? Was it like Nightfall, I think, or something like that?
Tomorrow Never Dies.
Yeah, whatever. All the games when I was younger, these were really good games. I think I'm gonna put it in B tier as well. I'm gonna agree with you on that. But yeah, God, it is never played again. Like,
oh yeah, I've played it as an adult, and it is a mistake. Do not do it.
Yeah. However you remember it, keep it that way. All right.
GoldenEye Beyond, dude, get to the hits. I got you, Nesto. We got you.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Diddy Kong Racing.
Pokemon Snap is mid. What? Ernie, I can't even with you. All right. Diddy Kong Racing, the lesser of the two racing games.
So we played Mario Kart at your house. It is awful. Like, you can't see half the tracks. Like, I know like part of it's because like we're playing on like HD TVs and all that stuff, but like I played Diddy Kong Racing at my house and it looks great. I think it's a better version of Mario Kart on the N64. I'm a huge fan of Double Dash, which is on GameCube, and you could say the GameCube stand whatever, but like Mario Kart took a huge step up after the 64. I think this is an A tier. I really, really enjoy Diddy Kong, and I was always a huge fan of Diddy Kong when I was younger as well.
So Diddy Kong wasn't my favorite. I didn't play too much of it. I did play it. I always just thought it was like a Mario Kart ripoff. I didn't understand why they were doing it. So I personally think it deserves C tier.
You're such an idiot.
And so, so GoldenEye is A. What are we doing? I don't know. See, we can't make anyone happy with these tier lists.
Yeah, people are just dusted. It is what it is.
All right. Let's see. Is that the only Zelda that's on there? Is that just?
Yeah, I was literally as we speak, I was getting the other one because I realized I left that one off.
Okay, so
which is probably the best game on the system. So I'll pull it up.
All right, I'm gonna wait then. We'll go.
It's funny that you said that because I'm literally Googling it right now to get the picture.
Let's do. Scroll up a little bit. I'm sorry. Let's do Star Fox 64. Dude, great game. Rumble Pack, awesome. Played tons of hours of Star Fox. I like how they were like, if you hit all the halos, there were certain like sections you can get to in the map. Like there was little like hidden Easter eggs in it. I had a ton of fun playing it. It wasn't like my main go-to game, but it was one that I had, and it was one that I absolutely enjoyed. It's probably just going to get another B tier for me. I can't, like I said, it wasn't the best game I played. It wasn't the worst game I played. But it was solid fun the whole time. It was great. So I'm keeping it at a B tier. Like I like that game at a B tier. I wish I would have played it when I was here the other night because I haven't played it in 25 years. So
yeah, Chef was having the time of his life playing it. And first of all, Zard Lurking, too young. Like I promise you, I probably played more N64 than you did. So I promise. So let's just be honest, N64 is just mid compared to GameCube. Yeah, Star Fox 64 is a really good game. It looked like even today, like when I was watching them, I didn't play it myself, but watching them play it at your house, like it looked like it was still a lot of fun. Like you're just flying through the level, shooting things, all that kind of stuff. I think for the time, it was like a really cool game. I don't think it holds up as well as it probably as some of the other titles we're going to talk about. What'd you rate it? You said B?
I said B tier.
I'd probably be B as well. It's not my personal favorite. I know some people will probably rate this super high, but I just think there's much better games on the system. It's definitely worth a play though. It's definitely worth a play.
And the mechanics, it's kind of like a rail shooter just about, but you can move on the map a little bit. There's some things that like open up, like doing all those like turns and stuff and coming back around was very cool. But like you were kind of in some of the maps kind of like stuck in a path and just kind of had to like go along with the path. There are other ones that were more wide open, like the big battle maps where you would do like U-turns and stuff. And that was very cool. Trying to save all your, fighter friends and stuff. And if you did that, like I said, you would go on to like special other stuff. So it was a cool game.
Wait a second. We got Nesto hooked, by the way. We got Nesto
I saw that, bro. I'm actually enjoying this pod right now. That. What the fuck is happening?
You know what? I'm saying, it's almost like Pokemon talk throughout a whole podcast is just mid. Like no one wants to hear it the whole time. Hot take. Hot take. All right. What do we got? What do we got next? What do you want to do here? Oh man. I'm gonna go. Man, both of these games, and it was my hot take that I think this game is a better platformer than Mario 64. This is S tier all day for me. I loved this game when I was a kid. I loved number 2 when I was a kid. I remember getting this for Christmas. You get that cardboard N64 box. It was just, I don't know. I mean, probably a little dusted. I knew this is one of the games that I haven't replayed as an adult yet. Like I played it on, I think it came out on like Xbox, like on the Game Pass or whatever. I played it a little bit there, but that's one of the games I'm looking forward to playing here soon on the original hardware. Replaying this game in number 2, but I love this game as a kid. Easy S tier. Can see why people might not rate it as high. Everyone has their preferences, but just a really fun platformer, fun quizzes, fun challenges. Overall, just love the dynamic between Banjo and Kazooie. A lot of fun.
So I never played this game.
Yeah, you were too old for N64.
Yeah, I had a 64. I played Zelda, Mario, but it was instantly right into like I had a 64 for a little bit, and then I got a PlayStation, and then I never looked back really. Didn't own a GameCube. Did get back into the Wii. So Banjo-Kazooie I never played. I know it's beloved. Rare absolutely. When Nintendo had Rare as a publisher, they absolutely slaughtered the amount of games that they put out that were fantastic. So I'm not going to boo-boo Banjo-Kazooie for you. I'm going to throw it in the S tier with you because I think I really shouldn't have a say on it. So throw it up in the S tier. But Rare was just crazy, dude. Like they really did something. And then Microsoft acquired them, and then that's why like it came out on the Xbox, and Perfect Dark Zero came out on the Xbox, and all that shit ended up happening. But
I need to throw something out there. Can someone please buy me out of all my Pokemon so I could go collect complete inbox N64 stuff? Like the horizontal boxes, like look at these box arts, man. Like, could you imagine having that on your shelf?
I mean, dude, the Super Smash Brothers box art is OG. Like, it's so good.
I'll take a buyout right now, 70%. Let me know. I'll drive the truck out to you tomorrow.
Everything?
Everything.
All right. Let's go Mario Golf, dude.
This is gonna decide our friendship, which sports Mario guy we talked a little bit about the sports games, and I feel a little scared because I'm probably gonna rate them different here when we were talking about Mario games. But we'll see. Go ahead.
Dude, Mario Golf is a fucking banger. The
Yeah.
sports Mario games on the N64 are so fucking good.
Yeah.
And I'm letting the curses go right now because for what they are and how silly and easy they were, they hours playing this stupid game with friends for no reason. Like, why are you playing Mario Golf, bro? What? Playing Mario Golf. It was so much fun. I cannot S tier this game. It's not S tier. It was a super fun game. I had a load of fun playing it. I played it with friends. This Mario Tennis, like, dude, the Mario games are stupid. Like, I don't know what they did. Their developers, Nintendo's developers during the 64 like era, did so well developing like IP for themselves over the next 20 years. Like, because they still are releasing Mario Golf games. They're still releasing Mario Tennis stuff. Like, the DS had a ton of this stuff on it. It's a super solid A tier for me. I think all the Mario sports games are going to get A tier. It's so hard because is it an A tier though? Like, I don't know. Like, I kind of want to adjust some things now thinking about it. Like, I think I could bring 007 down lower right now, but I'm going to stick Mario Golf in the A tier right now. Just to say
Yeah, we could play around a little bit once we get some more stuff out there. I'm all.
It's just hard ranking stuff against each other because I would give a lot of these S's, but I don't want to be that either. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because
yeah, it's we say it every episode, right? Or I say it every episode. It's like just because something is a B tier doesn't mean it's a bad game, right? Like a B tier game on N64 might be like S tier overall from like all games ever, right? It's just like how it is. So, yeah, Mario Golf. I was hoping you were going to go the other way. I actually, for whatever reason, used to really like tennis games. And so I think I like the tennis one, and we'll go to that one next because I'm just mentioning it. You said it was A. I'm like in the B or C range with Mario Golf. I think for simplicity, I'll probably just put it in C just so we can put it in that middle tier in B. But it's a really fun game for sure. I mean, I enjoy it a lot. I think it's one of those games where like it's probably more fun when you're playing with other people. Where
absolutely,
I think some of these other games that I'm going to rate higher, like I could play by myself and have just as good of a time.
So you gave that one a C, and we're just sticking it in the B. Okay,
yeah. Right so that's when we'll talk about Mario Tennis. Mario Tennis is A tier. Yeah, like I said, I love tennis games. I don't know, like I just enjoy tennis more than I do golf. So it's a pretty easy A tier for me.
Yeah, I think I'm also an A tier on that.
All right, that's an easy one.
And this game had, if I'm not mistaken, it had Wario, Waluigi in it. It had all those characters, which was awesome for the time. And it was fun playing doubles. Like, I love playing Mario Tennis doubles. It was so much fun. So yeah, A tier definitely.
Nice.
Let's go Perfect Dark. Okay, so this game was where it was at.
Notice something here?
Again, another rare title. Needed the expansion pack to play it. Some of the, like, for first-person shooter stuff, some of the better mechanics. It was based off of GoldenEye platform, kind of very similar. But I love the fact that you could just play multiplayer with bots, and you could change the bots like difficulty. And if you were really like awesome, you would go up to judge, and these bots would hunt your ass down, dude. It was like really freaky. Like, you'd think you would do good, and they would just come and slaughter you. Perfect Dark was a great game. I really enjoyed it. It's definitely higher than 007 for me. I played it for quite a bit. It just, like I said, I had the 64 for not a super long amount of time. And then when you get to other games, like literally a couple of years after this, Halo was coming out, completely revolutionized first-person shooters. So I'm going to give it an A tier for this system just because it was the best shooter on the system.
So I know I played this one, and I honestly just can't remember playing it, which is a problem. But I'll have to go back and play it a little bit on my N64 because I do have it, obviously.
Oh, the
yeah, EverDrive 64, baby. Every N64 game, it's lit.
And he didn't bring it to Collecticon.
Oh man, I'll have it for Chicago. No problem. Yeah, so I just can't rate it super high just because I don't remember it all that much. You said what, A?
I said A.
Yeah, I'll probably just put. I think it's B tier. I remember liking it. I just can't remember it all that much, but I know people really like it, so I'll just
There was a little
put it in
alien in it called Elvis, which was the shit.
yeah,
Like that's so. It doesn't get much better than that.
yeah.
All right.
All right, this is easy S tier.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to say. I replayed it when I got that EverDrive 64. It still holds up today. Zelda games are iconic. Everyone loves Zelda games. If you don't think this is an S tier game, like I'm sorry, you just don't know what good gaming is. I think this is like on most lists, like this is probably unanimously the #1 game ever made. I don't know if it's necessarily that high up there for me, but from like N64, like go back and play this game. Like it holds up. It's fun. It's a challenge. There's adventure, all that stuff. It's just a lot of fun.
Hot take. This is a better game than Breath of the Wild for me. Like I as much as the games have gotten like super cool, like you can explore everywhere, like sometimes too much is too much. Like this game had the perfect mix, like you said, of exploring. You got a horse, awesome tunes in it. Like the storyline was fantastically written and executed, considering there was no voice acting. Like for the time, everything was reading. The only downfall of this game was that stupid fucking owl. That
dog.
That owl was the worst. If you hit the A button by accident, like fuck that guy.
I remember we were texting, dude. We were texting about it when I was replaying it. I was like, that stupid owl just picked me up and brought me all the way back. Like, what are we doing?
I hate that son of a bitch. But yeah, S tier game. Like just cream of the crop. So well done. I played it later in life too. Like it's just the amount of RPG elements in a game for that time that it had, considering the limitations with the system, was just amazing. And it really did. It was like one of the biggest, like big first RPG games that like really hit like superstar status. So S tier for sure. Oh, it's my turn. I should stop talking. Let's see. Ooh, let's go F-Zero X. If you like racing games, this is your cup of tea. The F-Zero games are always cool. A lot of shit going on, super high speed, fun. Not my cup of tea. I'm more of a Mario Kart guy. I give F-Zero X like a C tier. It was kind of more one of the forgotten. Like I don't think F-Zero really got the like fanfare that it deserved on the system. They tried putting, Captain Falco was in Smash Brothers, but like it really just wasn't that big of it's not.
I don't think there's been an F-Zero game in like forever either.
Dude, because it's not a great racing game. Like they really just leaned into the Mario Karts and stuff. Like it was F-Zero on the Super NES was the shit. Like that game was so cool. Like very, very cool. It just, I don't know. C tier for me.
I'm with you. I don't really need to add much. It's a fun game, but it's one of those games where you like play it once or twice and you're just going to go pick up Mario Kart or Diddy Kong after that.
Bingo. Your turn, sir.
Man. This game is elite too. I loved Donkey Kong 64 when I was younger. Thought it was really cool. You had to have the expansion pack. Now it kind of makes me mad because I don't have the expansion pack. That's the only thing. So the games that need it, I can't play right now. So I need to pick one of those.
Are you serious?
Up. Yeah, I need to pick that up so I could play
Someone's
those.
getting a birthday present.
No.
Oh, yeah.
I need to buy knockoff $15 controllers before I get the expansion pack. Because
oh my goodness.
Some of my joysticks, I know you could replace them. I'd rather just buy the knockoff $15 ones, and when they break, just replace them. But yeah, I mean, this game, like, it's funny because like I feel like if I played it today, I might not enjoy it as much. So that's kind of why I've held off. But when I was younger, this was S tier, so I'm keeping it in S.
All right, so
let me go back a little bit. I don't like it as much as Banjo, from like the platformer side of things, but it's definitely up there for me.
So I enjoyed the game. It was fun. I didn't play and again, look at the developer. rare again, coming through.
You know what? No, I'm putting it. I think I'm putting it in A.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I didn't play it as much as like Mario 64. I didn't play it as much. It was kind of like I'm bored of playing everything else. Let me throw this in and play it. So I can't say too much to it. I don't want to crap on it. I know that Donkey Kong 64 is beloved by a lot of people. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in the B tier because where I'm gonna rank some other stuff. So that's just me.
Sounds good. It also doesn't help that we like only picked the absolute bangers.
Yeah, well, it's hard ranking bangers versus bangers.
Yeah. I think the list is pretty good right now. Like, even if you don't agree with the tiers, like in comparison to each other, I think they're pretty good.
It's just a shame that Pikachu is down at the bottom like that. All right, let's go Super Smash Bros. Fucking S tier game. Listen, it started a whole thing. I love how Nintendo IP Super Smash has now been a staple for every system that's come out. I remember, so I said this in Gengar Den's the video he posted of us playing. He actually took the commercial from Super Smash Brothers back when I was in 6th grade. When I was in 6th grade, we used to have our announcements were televised. It was like a thing that a program they purchased in, and it would come on every morning at a certain time, and we would watch the announcements. And one of the commercials was Super Smash Brothers playing that song and just like dancing around in the field and stuff. And like when I saw that the other day, like I got goosebumps from just watching it. I love Smash Bros. Obviously, I'm a big Pikachu stan. That was my guy. You heard PoNGa in the video yelling at someone, who's this Pikachu? And it was me. It was me.
Yeah,
so,
you still lost, though, so it's
yeah. S tier, man. Super Smash is an S tier just because what it ended up becoming, how awesome the games are now, all the characters that are included. Still waiting on that Pokemon Super Smash Brothers mashup. We'll see one day. I know PK's waiting for it too, so we'll see.
Yeah, you know, for the time it was elite. It's just not the best Smash. There's a reason why the pros still play Melee. I see you, Zard lurking. We agree on a lot of stuff, even though you don't want to agree with it. Smash Melee was way better. It's nice having a little bit bigger of a library of characters. I feel like you could be a little more creative. On N64, could kind of get a little bit too repetitive. Plus, I love using Marth in Smash. Having the sword, having a little speed is always really nice as well. But yeah, I mean, it's Smash, right? Like, what do we don't even really need to talk about it all that much.
All right. Your go.
Man. Let's do Mario Kart 64. Love Mario Kart. Mario Kart in general is S tier, but Mario Kart 64 I think is not a good version. I'm a huge fan of Double Dash, as I mentioned earlier. Think it's a way better game. Like, if you're gonna play Mario Kart, why? Like, this is not the first option. It's not the second option either. But like overall, it's Mario Kart, right? Like, I think I put Diddy Kong in A. Mario Kart's probably right around there with it, right? It's probably in that A or B tier for me. For simplicity, I'm just gonna put it in A because that's probably where you're gonna put it.
So yeah, I mean, it's Mario Kart. Obviously it's the second second game in the Mario Kart series. They had the Mario Kart for Super Nintendo. Added some new characters, a fun game. I enjoyed it. Like you said, playing it this past weekend, it's definitely hard.
You know what? No, I'm agreeing with Zard lurking. It's B tier. I wanted to be nice. It is B tier. It is not better than Diddy Kong. Okay, there we go. Go ahead.
Okay, so I am gonna put it in the A tier. So it's still gonna be better than Diddy Kong. I'm sorry, just by a little bit. But yeah, dude, it's Mario Kart. We all played it. We all loved it. You all heard the story that my wife told you about years ago when we had the Mario Kart tournament. That's what we were playing when I was just drinking tons of wine, eating fettuccine Alfredo like a jerk, and I was seeing double. So yeah, but yeah, Mario Kart's great.
Man, Mario Kart. Go ahead.
All right, let's do Oh man, let's do Majora's Mask.
Mid Mask.
Yeah. Oh, it's not a great game. I don't like this game at all. First of all,
I
it
don't
gave
even
me
remember
nothing
this. I
but
just know you
fucking
get like
anxiety.
timed.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
anxiety. There's no fun. I didn't want timed. Uh, Majora's Mask was not a fun game for me. Um, I don't. I think it takes away from Ocarina of Time rather than add to it. This is gonna hurt a lot of people's feelings. I'm so sorry. Like, I. Oh man, I'm gonna do something crazy here. Why? Why did
Oh
you make this
no.
game? Why?
Oh
Why? Why?
no.
Why? Like, what was this game? Why, dude? Like, I it didn't feel it. It didn't do it for me. Like, Ocarina of Time was so magical, and this game was just like that. Moon itself is a Y tier. It's some scary shit. Did you see the teeth on that thing? So I can't do it.
Was there a Majora's Mask game on the DS? Do you know?
There was a major.
Was that the same one?
Yeah, same game. It was probably
Okay,
like,
so I because I was getting it mixed up. I remember, and I know this B tier is a little smaller than the rest, but just deal with it. I remember playing it. So I haven't played this since I was a kid. I remember playing it on DS, and it was fun. I wouldn't go down to Y tier, but I think it's like C. I really do.
it's not a good game.
Like if you're playing a Zelda game, like you might as well just play the better one. If it's on the same system, right? Like it's just
the graphics were the exact same. Like everything was the exact same. There's not much change to it. It was kind of just like new story, and the new story. It was like an expansion pack for the game that they released as a full game.
An expansion pack that made it worse.
Yeah, it didn't. It wasn't great. Like, I don't know. That's just me. I can't. I'm wondering what these people are saying about that.
Yeah, Ernie and Birch aren't very happy about it, but like you can't put both of them on S tier.
Beerski, no. I love it.
You can't think it's better than Ocarina of Time. So like you're just
I'm telling you, I'm playing every single one of the games on this list that ahead of it, other than like C and above. I'm playing all those games before I play Majora's Mask. So I'm sorry, Birch.
No, see, like I would play that over like probably Perfect Dark, probably F-Zero, probably GoldenEye, probably Star Fox.
No, you're smoking crack, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, where are you going?
So it's one of those games where I need to replay it, right, and probably have a better opinion. I just don't remember it all that much, but I didn't remember enjoying it when I was a kid. Man, should we go all? Should I be super spicy on this one too?
Oh no! Don't do this to me, PoNGa. This is the best platformer of all time. Like
the one on the DS might be.
That was fun, where you could play as Wario and stuff.
Like, I think of it like today. Like, I was playing this. Like, the camera angles are awful. Like, just play the DS version where you could play with 4 different characters. It's way more fun. I like Banjo-Kazooie more, 100%. I might even like Donkey Kong more than Mario 64. With that said, it's probably like overall games of all time, probably still S tier. I think it's going to be, I'm honestly like around that B or A area, but I think I'm going to keep it in A just because it's Mario 64. Like, it's still like super iconic. It is, to me, like one of those. It's not my favorite Mario game. I like Mario Sunshine, Mario Galaxy probably better, but
Galaxy's lit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll keep it in A tier. I think it is one of the better games on 64.
Okay. So I'm telling you what, guys. Everyone hits me with you don't like S tier, you don't like S tier, but here I go. I'm just exploding it out to the universe. This is an S tier game for me. Endless hours on this as a kid. I really enjoyed it, even down to like the little things like losing your hat, chasing the rabbit around in the dungeon, like grabbing Bowser's tail and spinning them. Like, everything was just so fun with it. So many different worlds. The painting, jumping into the paintings was so unique and cool. Just well executed game. So yeah, S tier for me. Let's go Pokemon Stadium.
It's also funny, like Spicy Boy. Like, do you like know how tier lists work with multiple people? You take like the average, right? So like, if one person doesn't like the game, it like drags it way down. So like, just because like Mario Tennis is above other things doesn't necessarily mean that like both people rate it that way. But just a interesting tidbit.
So Pokemon Stadium 2, you have the goated, most awesome legendary bird on the left, and then that shitty legendary bird on the right.
That's gonna be it. I gotta sign out. It's been nice, fun 11 episodes. I think, after 11 episodes, I don't really have left or anything left in me. Kind of gave it my all, but this is probably where I'm gonna have to retire.
That's hysterical. So there was nothing. So this is kind of encompassing both the first and second game. I played more of the first game. Didn't really get into the second Pokemon Stadium all that much. There was nothing cooler than putting your Pokemon from the game on the big screen and battling them against other Pokemon. As a kid, that just blew my mind, seeing your dude on the screen, even though they all looked the same. It was just so cool knowing he was yours. I really enjoyed the game. The mini games were the best. Obviously, we've talked about the Licky Tongue thing. Well, like the fun, it's just like so good. I give Pokemon Stadium a solid A tier. Fun game. I like the connectivity with the Game Boy games. Pulling your Pokemon out. Nintendo was really doing some cool stuff with their multiple systems, even back in the 90s. So, big fan of it.
Yeah, I'm between S and A. I might be one of my favorite box arts, like this, Banjo, Smash, just like absolutely elite. Yeah, just a super fun game. Countless hours played on this. Like you said, it was so cool, like putting your Pokemon on the game, all that kind of stuff. Oh, it's tough. You said you what, A? You put it in A?
I put it in A tier, yeah.
God, it's gonna hurt not putting it in S, but I might agree with you and put it in A. I think it's like probably as close to S tier as you could possibly be. Like if I truly were to put it in the middle, like it would be right in between those for me. But obviously with a 2-person tier list, that doesn't really work out with averages. So I think I'm gonna agree with you and just put it in A. But we all know Lugia is the best legendary ever. And let's just battle a Ho-Oh and Lugia and see who wins.
I mean, Ho-Oh was in the first episode of Pokemon.
Yeah, and let's be honest, the Pokemon show is absolutely mids, so we're good.
Oh my god, dude! I'm glad you're not here right now. And you didn't say that this weekend. We may have actually fought. You and I would have fought. I can't believe you just said that, dude. There was nothing better than waking up, being a little kid at 6 a.m. in the morning, getting your bowl of Cheerios and sitting on your dad's recliner.
So there was like
Pokemon. It was fucking cool.
There was a ranking of like early Saturday morning shows, right? Like you had S tier, which was like Dragon Ball and Yu-Gi-Oh, and then like Pokemon was just like a tier down, and like that's okay. It's okay to accept that. It's still like a pretty good show, but like it's not Yu-Gi-Oh or Dragon Ball. Like let's just be honest here.
Damn. All right, now we're getting down to some stuff I really didn't play all that much here. Let's go Paper Mario. Man, I didn't play this game that much. I've never been a big Paper Mario fan. I know people really do love it. It's got more RPG elements and stuff to it. I probably should have gotten more into these games, but I just didn't. I'm kind of going to defer to you here because I'm sure you played it more than I did. So I'm going to let you take this away.
Yeah, another one that I have on my list of like wanting to go back and play just to be a little more familiar with it. I think, when we rated Mario games, this was lower on the list for me, like Paper Mario in general. I know a lot of people like the one on GameCube. That's pretty highly rated, like on all-time game list. I didn't play it all that much when I was younger. You said you put it in what?
I didn't put it in a tier yet because I didn't play it, so I don't want to.
I'm honestly around like C C tier probably for me. I mean, it's
Okay.
Mario, right? Like Mario just, from the characters alone get some kind of points. But I think I'm going to pick a lot of these games on this list before I pick Paper Mario.
Okay. Right on. So yeah, that's kind of I'll go C tier with you.
It's like Majora's Mask for me. Like if you put it in front of me, I'm going to have a great time playing it. Like it's still like a Zelda or Mario game. But like there's other games on the system that I'd much rather play that are the same characters. It's just one of those things. Like why are you going to play Paper Mario instead of like Mario 64 or Mario Golf or Smash or Mario? Like it's just a good game, not on that upper tier list game for me. But
right on.
we're gonna go with Yoshi's Story. This is actually when I got my Everdrive 64. This is one of the games I loaded up first. Weirdly enough, I mean, I guess it's fun to like jump around with Yoshi, but it's just like an okay game. It's probably somewhere around like that Paper Mario level for me. I think I'm just gonna stick it in C tier. I think playing as Yoshi is fun, but it just gets stale really, really quick. Once again, it makes it hard to like rank these games because like childhood me probably rates them different, but like a lot of these games I have played recently, so it kind of like paints a bad picture for some of them, which is unfortunate. I wish I had a chance to play all of these again before we ranked them, but yeah, I think it's somewhere around like that C tier for me. Very good game in the grand scheme of things. It is Yoshi, but just not as good as some of the other games. Like I'd rather play all the other platformers.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm glad they leaned into Yoshi a little bit more. The different colored Yoshis. I love that Shy Guy is on the case. That's my favorite Mario character. Yeah, I'll go C tier too. It was a fun game to play, but like you said, stale, repetitive, pretty quick. But again, that was a lot of those games then. But Nintendo just has so many like characters that they can make games off of that. Why not? And they did it and it worked. So, all right, let's do Mario Party.
Yeah, so this is all the Mario parties on N64. It's just easier to rate it that way. It kind of narrows down the scope of games a little bit.
I mean, Mario Party games are fun. You know what you're getting into when you play it. You're probably going to get screwed by the end of it. If you have the most stars, you're definitely not going to win if you make it to the end. That's just how I feel about it. I don't know. But
like, wait a second. When we like go back and play games like at your house, like we're playing Smash, Mario Kart, like why don't we play Mario Party? Like destroying each other on like mini games and all that stuff and like screaming at each other. Like
mini games are the best. Like that's the best of all of these. Like Mario Party, just playing the mini games is the best. Pokemon Stadium, just playing the mini games is the best. I mean, it's Mario Party. Everyone has a laugh. It's fun. It keeps you engaged. Rolling dice and stuff. I give it a solid. It's C tier game for me though. Like Mario Party is like not on my to-do list. Like I'd much rather play a multitude of other games than Mario Party. But if everyone's around, you're having a couple drinks, and more importantly, like this is like the perfect game for non-gamers. Like, oh, you don't play video games? That's cool, but we could play Mario Party and everyone still have a blast. So you know what? Just for that, I'm gonna put it in the B tier.
Yeah, I think it's A tier just because it's fun to play with a bunch of people. I want to put it lower because like I can't play Mario Party by myself. Like all these other games, I feel like I could have a good time playing by myself that are like above it or in the same tier. But just because of how fun it is when you're having a few drinks, all that kind of stuff. You said B, you're putting in B.
Yeah, so we're gonna split it.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this. This is a solid list. I'm feeling good about it.
Yeah, I mean, people are gonna get upset about certain ones, but like it's pretty solid, I think. Kirby dominated in Smash with Kirby. That down B, baby.
Not me though. My down B was destroying you.
I still beat you that round, but
Show me the video proof, bro.
it's on there. It's actually on there.
It's on the internet.
My blue Kirby, love it. Kirby games are exactly what you'd expect. Like I think it's like an upgraded version of like a Yoshi game. Like it's got a similar feel. Floating around with Kirby is a lot of fun. for whatever reason, I always enjoy playing Kirby games. Me and my wife to this day still play Kirby Air Ride on GameCube, which is a lot of fun. Where did I put Yoshi? In C? This might be a weird one, but it's like in between B and C for me. So I'm just gonna put it there and see where you put it, and I'll put it up or down one.
Okay. I didn't play the Kirby game much for the N64, unfortunately. But like you said, Kirby's a fun character. Cool mechanics. Another platformer. I think we can stick it between B and C. We can.
It's like it's weird because like it's very similar to like a Yoshi style game, but for some reason, like having like a completely different world, like Kirby, rather than like a Mario world, makes it a little more fun, in my opinion.
All right, and then I guess
Zard lurking. They have no clue what's good, but like 75% of the games basically agreeing.
See, I told you I could say every game's an S tier, and someone will be unhappy. PoNGa. Yeah. I've literally given as many S tiers in this tier list as I have every other one.
It's wild because like it's not like we put like Smash in like C or something. Like
10-8, dude, snowboarding game before Tony Hawk.
Sick.
Used to love stuff like this, like downhill. I mean, it's just fun. This is like fun, mindless fun, where you were just getting on it and ripping. Like, this is an easy B tier for me. Don't have to get much more into it. I mean, it's just 1080 snowboarding. You did some tricks and stuff. Literally, it's like the precursor to all the sport, you know, Dave Mirra's BMX, any dirt bike game you ever played, any skateboarding game you ever played. It's like the precursor. So,
yeah, super fun game. Like I said, with tennis games, snowboarding games, for whatever reason, were always so much fun. Skateboarding games,
tricky,
dude. All the skate games. Oh,
yeah, skate was. Cool. I remember when they first came out, and we're showing like kick flips and watching the feet move, and those videos were awesome.
I think the downside of this one, compared to like a lot of the other games that are above it, like in the A or S tier, I don't think the replayability is as high as some of the other games, and that's why I have it a little lower at B tier. But dude, like to play it for like an hour or two, like it is so much fun. So I'm gonna put it in B tier because of that.
Perfect. All right, guys, this is our tier list.
Let's see here. Do you want to rearrange anything? What do you think's like the hottest take here? Probably Majora's Mask, right?
Majora's Mask is the hottest take for sure, but I still think it's a Y piece of shit.
And I think like Mario 64 not being completely an S, but it's close enough.
It's okay. I think probably the biggest standout here that's too high is probably Mario Tennis. Like, is Mario Tennis better than Diddy Kong Racing? Is it better than Star Fox 64?
Probably not.
Probably not. But for what it is and how much fun it gave you and whatnot, like there's different types of fun too. You know what I mean? So I think we leave the list the way it is. Like, I like it. Sometimes you're gonna have some weird shit happen in these things, but yeah, this is our tier list. People.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. This was a fun one. Like, man, I'm not kidding. Dan, you're in the chat. Buy me out, baby. I want to go full complete in box N64 titles. I'm
gonna leave this up for a second. I'm gonna run through chat real quick just because we have everyone talking about this. Let's see. No Gauntlet Legends is a shame. Expected though. Beerski starting with an S tier. He really must be still riding the high from last weekend. Absolutely, dude.
Actual facts, though.
Skater Nestos telling lies in here. Pokemon Snap is mid next. Conker's way better. I mean, different games. Conker's is good, though. Bad for a day.
Conker's is hilarious.
Hilarious. Multiplayer is better than almost all N64 main titles. Don't they run around with like little war hats on?
Dude,
like little helmets. It's so badass.
When you come over for Chicago, we gotta play it. It is so much fun.
Absolutely. GoldenEye, big yawn, dude. Get the hits. Yeah, I agree. Banjo-Kazooie, better S tier. I'm glad you're happy with that, Birch. GoldenEye is A. What are we doing? Zard Lurking is really tough on these S tiers for us.
Go play it.
Diddy Kong has struggled here.
It runs way better than Mario Kart on the 64. I could guarantee that.
PoNGa's an infant.
This dude thinks I'm like, dude, for like an hour the other night. Like, it's not like I look like I'm 45. Like, I don't understand what we're doing here.
PoNGa too young and too dusted for this tier list. Oh
Funny,
man,
considering I still have my N64 from childhood, but
we
keep
got
going.
Shug Nasty in here. What's going on, Shug?
Wait, Zard lurking. What do you look like? Go post a picture. Just DM me a picture. I want to see. I want to see.
He's gonna be an Adonis, bro. Just like the most
Guy's gonna be a
attractive man
chiseled
ever,
Greek god.
dude. With a fucking jaw like this, like ugh, it's gonna be great. Skater, bro. I'm actually enjoying this pod right now. What the fuck's happening? I love it, Nesto. Yeah, dude. Lurking does not like you, bro.
No, he loves it. It's
PoNGa
all
knows
fun.
what's up.
It's all fun.
I like how then Nesto goes from there to Spicy Boys S tier. I love it. S tier for sure. Let's see. All Mario parties better get an S tier, especially 2.
Yeah, I think a lot of people like 2 over 1 and 3 for sure, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's see. Golf C tier, Mario Sports, all B tier, and Mario Party D tier mid. Can't just all be S tiers, dude. I can't make anyone happy.
Dude, look at how many like B and C tiers we have.
I can't make anyone happy. I'm done. Listen, you're gonna get full truth from now on. I'm going back to the old dark days. Nothing's gonna be happening. 10A was my first N64 game. That's awesome, Birch.
I think a lot of people had that. That and Wave Racer are really high up.
Yeah, so well, there. Yeah, Wave Racer was like a release with the system. That was one of those.
Yeah.
Mario Party was the party game and the family game with super fun mini games. It's in a league of its own. Mario Party is like happy families and like church friends. Let's see. No, that's a sad. I didn't have a happy family, but when we did play, it was a blast. Well, I'm glad it brought you guys together. Donkey Kong was better on N64.
Yeah, a lot of people have that about Super Nintendo. The Donkey Kong Country games.
Put Mario on S tier. Oh, let's see. We got PokeChef in the house. Yo, some of the B tiers are scary.
He loves it. He loves Star Fox.
Get wrecked, PoNGa. Love you, Beerski. Love you too, Chef. Let's see. Bro, I about had a seizure playing Rainbow Road this past weekend. Oh my god. My eyes hurt so bad after that. I was seeing a little strange anyway. So like trying to stare at that.
Dude, I was going the wrong way, and like I'm usually pretty good at Mario Kart. Like I'm not gonna claim to be the best, but like wow.
Mario Kart is only going doing the battles. So the battles are fun. That's definitely a fun little part of those games. I know I broke your heart, Birch. I'm sorry. C tier. Let's see. Not everything can be S tier, SB. Well, I'm sorry. It's Majora's Mask, bro. What are y'all smoking? S tier soundtrack, story, time travel. Time travel makes it so weak, though. It's not better than Ocarina of Time because that's impossible, but it's better than blank Diddy Kong. Take that off the screen. Sorry. Thank you, Spicy Boy. Thank you, Ernie, for being so you. I love it so much. All right, I'm back only 30 minutes behind again on 2X. Go for at least another hour, please. I will try. We will try our best. Bro, it's Mario, Zelda, Smash, Zelda again, and everything else is P tier. See, I love when our tiers do this to people. Everyone's getting spiced out. Pong, I do agree with you on most things, but be nice to Mario 64.
Oh, it's in between A and S. Like, what are you going to do?
The 3D remakes of these games play so much smoother. Absolutely, Chef.
And you could play with Luigi and Wario. Like, what are we like? Come on.
Yo, I'm sorry, Spicy Boys TV. I'm sorry. But
if I'm being honest, it's probably above C tier, but like,
and it probably shouldn't have been. I probably shouldn't have said why, but I was feeling spicy myself, and it is what it is, and that's where it went. What it is. You still have time to fix it, Chef.
Nah, I'm good. We're good.
Just put it above for him a little bit.
Nah,
let's move it down. Jake must be in their 20s still, dude. This guy is freaking tripping about ages. Yeah. What is up, Lurk? How old are you?
He says it later on. He says it.
I'm interested in knowing. Yeah, Mario Kart. You don't know you're still tipsy from collecting. I'm making this.
I might be. I might be.
I'm telling you, I just started feeling right.
Yeah.
Stadium's A, but Stadium 2 is S. You can still fix it. He's still so bent about it. Yeah, I support your walkout.
This is the most active I've seen Ernie in like months, and I love it.
I love it. Anyone play Mace: The Dark Age on 64?
I don't remember that one.
Mods, can you ban? Ashamed to say, but I haven't played Stadium 2. Oh, here we go. I think he just doesn't like you. Ho-Oh is better. Sorry, PoNGa. You're young. Your Pokemon you pick is stupid and not cool. What are you thinking?
Listen, you have Zard in your name. Wait, I just realized his name has 92 in it, so he's like he said, he's 32. But
Oh, okay.
like you have Zard in your name, like mid of all mid. So like your opinion doesn't really matter.
This is why we didn't go live while drunk. Absolutely, Birch. It could have
Birch was
gotten
pounding those rolling rocks, baby.
dude, it could have dude, good old number 33. PoNGa, we can't be friends anymore. Beerski OG Pokemon was the best. New shit sucks. I love it. Paper Mario is dope. Let's see. Trying to get through some more of these. Let's see. We got Dan. Is Star Fox on here? It sure is. Third-party expansion packs are so expensive now.
I think they're like $50 or something, which isn't too bad.
If Smash is anywhere but S, we riot. Smash got S.
You know, it's so funny. I gotta give Dan. I gotta say it one more time. Like, Dan likes N64 Smash. Obviously, like biased because like that's what he used to play and all that stuff. But like his reasoning one time was like it's slow and you could figure out like you know what you're doing, and it's like no, melee is a little faster, and you're not just button mashing. Like if you're good, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, it's not like Street Fighter. That's
No.
for sure. That's where I button mash. We have no clue what's good. Our taste sucks. S tier, okay. I don't have to unsub. Well, I'm glad you're not unsubbing. Yeah, Wave Race should have been in there, but
Yeah,
dude,
I said that before we started.
There's so many games that we could have done. This tier list is separating the hobby. It is. Listen, we're here. We are the real, like, we're trying to break everyone up now. We had too much fun. We don't want everyone to be too cozy.
Yeah, and I think like some of the missing games or some games on this list will probably fall like in other tier lists, right? Like if you're doing like a racing tier list, like Wave Race is probably going to be on there. If you're doing like a fighting game tier list, like Smash is going to be on there. So,
let's see. Yeah, Wave is good. I'm surprised. I'm surprised no one like. What do you? Would think everyone knows about that game. Like Wave Race was like one of the first games that came. That was the first game I played on an N64. And
I think if you look at lists, it's high up there. Wave Race is high up there.
Star Fox should be an A. Majora's Mask is like dad disappointment, not mad, just disappointed. I'm sorry, dude. Conker's Bad Fur Day was S tier game. Wild. What's the worst N64 game? Oh man, of all time. There's a lot of stinkers there, I'm sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad ones. Like, listen, anyone that still wants to play N64 games, you have your original hardware. I shout it out all the time. They should give me my own code. But EverDrive 64s, dude, like spend the $160, get an SD card. You could play any N64 game ever made on a single cartridge on original hardware. It runs fantastic. It is a lot of fun.
Oh, he's coming at you. He had 2 of his 64s from childhood. Dude was rich. 2 64s. Damn.
Which one do you have?
Oh, it better be. It's got to be it's either original gray or like indigo purple. Those are the two. I love Star Fox 64. No one knows about that alternate route. I know about that alternate route, chat. And listen, I love getting on there.
No, he didn't know it either. He had to look up a YouTube video.
Oh, the alternate route is where it's at. Oh, battle tanks. Mario Party minigames were made to destroy the thumbsticks and cell controllers. The RNG is endlessly frustrating, though. I'm 32. Just give everyone a hard time. Oh, we know you're giving us a hard time, dude. It's all good. We're just busting chops back. We have to.
Wait, listen, if you ever hang out with us in person, you'll understand our sense of humor. It is 100% banter at 100% of the time.
Yeah, 100% of the time. Quest 64 got to be the worst RPG. who has Zard in their name?
Man, you gotta.
Shout out Danny Zard. What's up, bro?
What are those wings in your picture? Should we contact Pokemon? That might be some infringement there.
Zard plus nostalgia makes Charizard S tier for life. Ugh, I don't know about that. I really liked Mario Tennis, dude. The tennis games were fun. They were so fun. Yep, best sport games. Love you too, dude. As far as I recall, or if I recall correctly, it's 296 total N64 games. I nearly had them all before. Used to flip N64 games in a past life. Steins, coins, video games. This man has done everything.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
he's
Blitz,
damn.
NFL Blitz was good,
Yeah,
but
NFL
NFL
Blitz
Blitz
was
was
solid.
on. That was on a ton of stuff. Ton of stuff. Pilot Wings, A tier. Let's see. Army Men Sergeant
Yeah.
Zeros didn't play. How I remember
Dude,
it might be
him
deep.
and Gengar were trying to play at your house. You might have gone to
Oh,
bed
it
at
was
that point.
I
Oh, you
watched
came
that.
in
It
later
was
on. Dude,
miserable.
miserable.
Miserable. All right.
Terrible.
So that's our tier list. Thank you everyone for commenting. I really appreciate it. So I think in terms of time wise, we are probably just gonna go right to our hot takes now. We're gonna save our beer pong for next week. So we're gonna hit hot takes. I'm gonna let PoNGa go first because I think this one might really piss some people off right
No,
now.
it's just one of those things where people get obsessed with pricing, so they kind of overrate things. But man, I haven't been as in tune with newer sets, and so I saw it a little bit. Haven't seen it in person. I know, like, my opinion on the Giratina alt art changed when I saw it in person and all that kind of stuff. But man, the Greninja in Twilight Masquerade is not good. It is not a nice looking card. Hot take: it is probably one of my least favorite cards in Scarlet and Violet when it comes to like SIR rarity type stuff. I don't know. It's just, yeah, I don't even know if I want to say much else. Like, I don't even know if I want to put its name in my mouth, to be honest. Like, that is not good art in my opinion, and it is mind-blowing that people are paying that price for it. I think it's one of those things where some people hyped it up and everyone just kind of hopped on the bandwagon and now just like it because, one, it's expensive, and two, it's a high chase card.
Yeah,
And it's Greninja. I will say Greninja, I like Greninja as a Pokemon, though. I just do not enjoy the art one bit.
Yeah. I think it's just because there's a lack of bangers right now in the series, like this block. Like, you have the Magikarp. That's it. Like, that's what people talk about. So they needed to talk about something new. But I guess they're going to be talking about the tag team cards that are coming out and the megas that are coming out now and all the crazy stuff that's about to happen for this block. We really didn't even touch on it, and I really don't want to get into all of that right now because that could be another 20-minute segment. So we'll probably talk about it once there's a little more information. But Scarlet and Violet block looks like it's about to get pretty exciting between the Rocket set, the Eevee set, the Dragon set. Now tag teams are coming back with trainers, and I'm like, stuff's about to go freaking nutty. So everyone strap in because I think we're about to see a little bit of a burst again.
Dude, PK just went live and his thumbnail is literally the Greninja card.
I love it. Yes, it's so good.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Yeah, so I think we're about to see some craziness happen in the hobby. I still stick by my last hot take, though, that kind of we just need to appreciate what we have now, because there are a ton of cool arts that are out right now. Just for whatever reason, we decided to lock on one or two of them. So definitely interested in seeing stuff broaden out a little bit, open up a little bit more, because towards the end of Sword and Shield, there was just so many cool cards in every set, and there was something for everyone. And now I feel like everyone just wants the one card, so shit's going nuts for some of these. But so yeah, and then my hot take, I had two of them. I'm going to say the one. PoNGa said this to me during Collecticon. He looked me dead in the face and said it, and I'm going to say it to everyone: slabs are dead. I feel like now I say this with like a little bit of like hand and mouth, foot and mouth, whatever. It's slabs are dead, but they're not dead. Like, I think what he meant was the slabs that we were grading may be dead, and we need to focus on some other things. I just feel like at these Collecticon events, even local shows, raw moves so much better. Like, people come through, literally love picking through the raw. Now, I know PK said he sold some crazy amount of slabs at Collecticon, which is awesome, and I'm happy for him about it. But I've noticed a trend over the past couple Collecticons that like slabs just don't move as well as the raw, and we're putting all this money into slabs and stuff, and we're tying up all this capital to not have stuff sell, which makes no sense, especially with what we're doing. So I'm going to stick with that a little bit. I think like slabs are dead. Not completely, but some applications of them absolutely have dried up and are no longer, viable for a lot of people. So that's my hot take. I don't know what you think on that.
Just to add, yeah, it's kind of like dead, whatever. But like, obviously, like if you're doing this seriously as a business, it still makes sense to grade stuff. Obviously, you could list stuff on eBay, all that kind of stuff. But like, when I go to these shows, like I just don't want to have multiple cases of slabs anymore. I'd rather spend all this money on shipping a bunch of sealed stuff because like I could sell a few expensive sealed items and basically make up my sales. Like I could sell 15 slabs and like if I sell 3 booster boxes from Sun and Moon, like I made the same amount of money, and those boxes are for sure going to sell if I price them right. But yeah, I don't know. It's really interesting. There's a reason why I just don't grade anymore. I'd rather do sealed and raw, but yeah, great point, Dan, right? Like raw hits 95% of the hobby, slabs hit maybe 15%. Yeah, there's obviously like, it's funny. Like I printed for Dan this past weekend, didn't print for myself with my own slabs. And like, I thought I had a lot of good stuff. Like
you had great stuff.
So yeah, it's just in a weird place. And you're obviously going to have lucky shows and unlucky shows too. So, I might bring those slabs to Chicago and some of them, might sell for a higher price, right? It is what it is. I think the most important thing is just have a wide variety of stuff so you get as many people looking at your table as you can.
Priced well.
Yeah, the Catch Small Collectibles quote. Good stuff, priced well.
And yes, Dan is back live. So I'm happy you're back live with us. All right, so that's our hot takes, ladies and gentlemen. And to wrap it up, as we do every single week, I'm going to pull up our most favorite and happy segment.
Can we make it easy?
No, we're gonna make. I'm gonna do this one first.
No, Mudkip.
I already said it. I got it first.
You're next.
Well, I'm hosting, so I'm just gonna go to me.
It's Mudkip.
Now that the banner's up, it's Mudkip.
It's mine. You go ahead.
I got it. I was right.
No, I was right first. Go ahead.
That's you.
No, I said Mudkip.
No, I said Mudkip first.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what freaking Pokemon this is, so I'm just gonna click. I don't know.
What? Yeah. You didn't even let me.
No, it wasn't your turn.
I knew that one.
I know this one. It's Scraggy.
Dude, you're just okay. You don't even let me answer the ones you don't know. You gotta let me answer. I knew that one. Oh man, what is this Pokemon's name?
I love this one.
It's that little purple guy.
It is. This is my favorite segment. I have the most fun doing this one.
Dude, it's been such a long week. Doesn't it start with like a G?
Yeah, don't read.
I'm not looking at chat. That's why I'm looking up to the left. I have it in my bottom right corner.
Dan is right.
Good. It's something like G-O, isn't it?
It is. It is something.
Is it like? Is it Goomy or?
It's Goomy. You got it.
Oh, let's go. Oh, this one. It's one of them, right?
What is this, dude? Oh man, I have no idea.
You don't know, like, is it? So there's the 3 of them, right? And the only one I'm gonna get right now is it Azelf or something like that?
I'm gonna click it. Azelf. Yeah, I had no idea what that Pokemon was.
Yeah.
That's Weeping Bell. Oh, Victory Bell. I'm an idiot.
I was shaking my head right when you said it.
I'm so dumb. He goes easy. I'm such a dipshit.
Dan, look at your guesses. You've gotten almost every single one wrong at your first guess.
What is this one, PoNGa?
Marshadow or Marstomp. I don't know why did I say Martian?
Oh, I know this one. This is Typhlosion. I did it. I'm so good. All right, 2 more each or 1 more each.
Oh man. Audino, right?
You think?
Wait, let me guess. Wait, hold on.
You got it.
Okay. I'm good today. I'm good.
You are. Oh, what is this stupid Pokemon? It looks like he's the lesser of the legendary bird Pokemon.
Dude, look at that.
All right, 1 more.
Oh, you just had to do this to me. I just caught this Carnivine. Frillish. Doesn't it kind of look like let me make sure.
This one's difficult. Slowpoke. Whew, I'm good.
Oh, okay. It does look kind of the same though, Carnivine.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. That was episode 11 of Box Nostalgia, our second live ever. Having a ton of fun doing these. Absolutely.
On Wi-Fi, baby.
Yeah, on the Wi-Fi. PoNGa didn't drop once.
it.
I didn't have a heart attack. Things are going well. Thank you, everyone, for being here.
I think our next live, we should have a guest again.
Yeah, I agree with you.
We need to suck some subs from someone.
Jesus. Talk about it too. We just need to leech your sub. If you have a channel with more than 3,000 subscribers, please reach out to Box Nostalgia Podcast so we can leech your subs.
You think we could get PokeRev? He was standing in front of me at Collect Count. We're basically best friends now.
I mean, we could try. I can send out feelers.
Hey, will you want to come on our podcast with 140 subs?
Oh man, stranger things have happened. Oh, look at we have.
See, the problem is like
look at this.
Like we have to cater our tier list to our guests, and like I think N64 would have been like the perfect one for him. So we'll have to try to be creative if we do have him on for one of them.
So what PoNGa's saying is that we can never have you on, Dan, because we're
Dan, text me some ideas on tier lists you'd want to do so we don't do them.
Awesome.
And that goes for everyone too, because we want to have a lot of people on. Oh my god,
old school RuneScape monsters, dude. I'll do that.
Get out of here on that. We're not doing that.
rank the medals. Dragon's fucking S tier for sure. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Definitely looking forward to the next show. Thank you everyone that came to Beerski Palooza Collecticon this weekend. We all had a ton of fun. I love you all. Thanks for being absolute goats in the hobby.
Wait, shout out to Java's Live on Saturday. My co-host right here is going up against Okie Boy in some trivia.
Yeah,
he's not going to let down this podcast because
hell no.
Part of this podcast absolutely dominated, and I actually did the math. I got a higher percentage right than Greeny when he did his show, so I'm currently the record holder. So you got to represent. We need some Box Nostalgia domination.
I will bring it for sure. Don't you worry. Definitely look forward to that. Goated freaking thumbnail too. Absolutely goated thumbnail.
So he messaged me and Dan after, like, because he was getting it made and I don't think it was done in time, like when we did ours, but he sent us the picture of like what ours would look like, and it's so sick. Like it's such a good idea. He's so creative with that kind of stuff. The different segments he does, it's awesome. Java's awesome.
Yeah, and Chef said it. Best thumbnails of all thumbnails. Yeah, Java absolutely crushes it. So, all right. That being said, we are gonna hit the sack. We'll see you guys in, let's see, 2 weeks. So yeah, just look for the live. It might be on not a live. It'll be a video. I got a vacation coming, but I'm gonna have to do a couple of recordings on the same week to just like make up for time. So
yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, but everyone have a good night, and I'll catch everyone later. Peace out, guys.